SAFERmoon Must Burn. Welcome back to the channel, boys and girls. Hit that subscribe button, slam the bell icon so you're notified when new videos come out. Your support is so appreciated. Thank you. Let's talk about SAFERmoon. No, not SAFEMoon, SAFERmoon. This is a sponsored review of the SAFERmoon website and project. Nothing that follows this intro should be considered any kind of legal, financial, business, or other advice. You can do your own research. You can make your own choices, and you can experience the thrill of victory or the agony of defeat based on your decisions. So let's take a closer look at the website. Thank you to the SAFERmoon team for sponsoring this video so that I could carve out enough time to actually pay attention in the first place. It can be really difficult during a bull run to do so with so many new projects launching and with so many established projects asking for attention as well. Very difficult to know how to use my time. So thank you. Seriously though, we'll talk about the tokenomics in just a second here. Seems like kind of a mind blow, right? Like SAFERmoon. You may have heard of SAFEMoon. Why did they go with this? Well, because reasons. I'm not going to do too many comparisons here for too long because I want to talk about this project, not the other project. But apparently feeless staking, a bunch of investors, they got a lot of people excited about it. And their whole thing is they think it's safer than the other projects that have the word safe in them. That's the whole reason that this project was launched in the first place. We'll talk a little bit more about this in just a second. As we go over to the live chart, we'll open up some other resources just to take a look at this project as I do this really quick 360-degree review. So it's the only RFI with feeless staking. Go to the very beginning of their talking points here. They honestly believe that the biggest issue was that they came from a project that had a lineage, had problems, right? Insecure contracts or contracts that didn't keep people safe because of the ability to mint or burn remotely. Imagine having a third party be in control of whether or not the contents of your wallet could be burned immediately or minted somewhere else, devaluing your coins. And I think that's a bit of the issue with a lot of tokens in this space, right? When it comes to something that's not proof of work or its own unique chain, and it's a token minted on Ethereum or on Binance Smart Chain or anywhere else, there's always that bit of an issue with the standard ERC20 contracts and the boilerplate contracts that people use. Now, am I trying to do a deep dive into the tech behind different contracts that are used for tokens? Not necessarily, but it is important to know some contracts allow for minting, some don't. Some allow for burning, some don't. And what I mean by that is the minting or burning in a remote wallet, being able to control the contents of your wallet as a leadership team. That can be a very tricky thing. Having something be audited so that you know whether or not that's even possible is very important because of that. So let's take a look at this. I think being safer matters. Win an actual trip to space. It's funny. Win a laptop, a Tesla, an actual Lambo, and literally a trip to space. These are things that they want to give away. It's pretty cool, right? When you are talking about like the stuff that people talk about within cryptocurrency, if they can actually deliver on that, that sounds like fun. Are they actually going to be able to deliver on it? Well, let's take a look at the roadmap and then let's hold them accountable to what they say in the roadmap. I think that's probably the best way to determine whether or not they will actually be able to deliver on some of these prizes that they talk about from the main page. But let's go ahead and scroll down. It's already listed on CoinGecko, CoinMarketCap, Yahoo Finance, other places. Let's open up the CoinGecko page so we can take a look at that as well next to the live charts. They don't take themselves too seriously when they tell you that there's a live chart here. It literally links to poocoin.app. That's the name of the website, poocoin.app. They're not taking themselves too seriously. It's a meme coin. It's a token in the meme space. So they shouldn't take themselves too seriously. That's why they list that as their main live chart. Just hilarious that they went that route instead of showing you the CoinGecko chart, which is just hilarious. They went this route. They ask why SAFERmoon earn effortless rewards. A 5% transaction fee is redistributed proportionally to all SAFERmoon investors. Just hold your tokens and watch your wallet balance steadily climb. Part of the smart contract is that anytime there's any kind of transaction, you benefit for having held some of these SAFERmoon tokens. Earn staking rewards, earn airdrop rewards, earn daily contests. And they've got a community Telegram giving away over, there you go, 13 billion SAFERmoon tokens each day to one lucky winner. So just by showing up in the Telegram apparently lines you up to potentially be part of a giveaway. And then they burn tokens on the regular. 25% of the total SAFERmoon supply is reserved for burning at milestone events, a 5 trillion burn. So 100 unique investors, holders of the SAFERmoon, once that's reached, they burn. They already did that. 5 trillion burn at the Telegram channel, reaching 1,000 members. Already burned. 10 trillion burn at 5,000 unique investors or holders of SAFERmoon. Well, there's more than 5,000 unique wallets. Burned. Another 10 trillion burn after they reach 5,000 members on Telegram. And then the next milestone looks like when they hit a Reddit post about SAFERmoon getting 200 replies and 500 upvotes. Kind of cool. So we'll see if maybe, could I do a Reddit post that you guys upvote to that level in this video? I don't know. Check the link down in the description of this video and maybe upvote it on Reddit. Let's see what happens. 10 trillion burn after a Reddit post about SAFERmoon gets 500 replies and 1,000 upvotes. And then they've already hit this milestone where the market cap reaches 10 million. See what other burn events. Nope, no other burn events that they've got here, but having it be mentioned by 3 verified Twitter users in a positive way. At least one of the Twitter posts reaching 1,000 retweets and 3,000 likes. Having SAFERmoon covered in a major mass media outlet like CNN or Forbes, Wall Street Journal, etc. 25 trillion burn after SAFERmoon market cap reaches $1 billion. And then a 50 trillion burn after Elon Musk or Mark Cuban mentions SAFERmoon in a positive way on Twitter. That's a very lofty stretch goal, I think. These guys, they finally realized how incredibly powerful their influence is on Twitter. They're guarding it jealously. So I don't know what it would take to get them to do it, but we'll see. We'll see if somebody from the community or the team can make them do it. It says they've got a roadmap right here. And what I've done is gone to the extended roadmap because I want to take a look at this in more depth. Again, huge thank you to the SAFERmoon community and to the leadership team for sponsoring this review so I can do a deeper dive and spend the time to take a closer look at this and really give my unfiltered and genuine feedback about this project. You know, for what it's worth, guys, meme coins are hard to evaluate. They really are. But having a roadmap does kind of help us because there's some kind of an objective goalpost for the team to aspire towards. And then when they get there, provide some kind of measurable value. It helps. It helps. It's not the only thing, but it helps. So like being able to do that. Guys, I should also mention that for the record, I wasn't compensated in any way with SAFERmoon tokens, so I don't hold SAFERmoon, just so you know. I think that helps make me objective, so I'm not trying to pump this project in any way. They sponsored this video via some other mechanism, via some other means, some other way of compensating me, but it was not through SAFERmoon tokens, so I'm not here trying to shill my bags or trying to pump my bags, trying to take a look at a project that approached me. Audit, bot prevention, etc., etc. There's a lot that they go through here, but there's even more on the roadmap here, and I really appreciate that they've laid this out thoroughly for the year of 2021 at least. How is this going to play in 2022? Probably not so well, but in 2021, that's when we're looking at this. That's when we anticipate the bull run is going to help carry the price of a lot of tokens and new coins upwards. So 2021 is a pretty important year to have very well roadmapped as a project. But in Q1, they said determine which chain should be utilized. They initially looked at the Ethereum blockchain, and I don't really fault them for that. Ethereum really is where DeFi lives. It's where it was born. It's probably where DeFi is going to die. If it ever does totally die, it's probably going to be on the Ethereum, if not layer 1, then layer 2 solutions, in my opinion. So I think that they were right to initially evaluate Ethereum. They said they saw a lot of momentum, a lot of velocity over on Binance Smart Chain, and then lower fees, which would make it easier for people to get involved, which I think is kind of funny because there's that 5% fee burn on transactions anyway, but you know, it gives them the opportunity to give a 5% fee burn instead of just losing 5% to the security of the network and to miner extracted value on Ethereum, which really means pools, DEXs, and AMMs that are gaming that system. It's not really going to miners, but I digress. I think it was a smart move on their part, at least for what they're doing, to start out on Binance Smart Chain, though I'd say might be better for them to migrate to some other chains that have longer term prospects with less centralization in the future. Just my 2 cents. They said they wanted to identify the project type. They said they were looking for one with the highest chance of success in a space where we could make meaningful contribution to existing projects. Also a pretty good sign. Most people who are starting out with new projects would be better served by trying to join themselves to a community that's already building something that they like. But in the case of a token that's already launched that maybe has serious flaws with a smart contract, you can't really help them build because the genie's already out of the bottle. Cat's already out of the bag. Toothpaste is already out of the tube. When you have a bad smart contract, that's the foundation for a coin project unless you do a redemption, right? So like an airdrop on a brand new smart contract, then it's very, very difficult, very, very difficult to make that work. You have to fix it, or you have to airdrop to all the token holders from that first project by minting directly on a new smart contract. Very difficult to fix a token that's gone wrong and launched wrong. So yeah, so I think they're on the right track. You just create your own project. That's how you do it. They said that we settled on RFI fork tokens because there's an obvious differentiation potential, plus the ability to create additional features that match other products in the future. They created a smart contract. They improved it. They tested it. Of course, they launched it as well. They plugged the holes in the SAFERmoon contract. Get it? SAFERmoon. And all key functions were time locked, came up with a foolproof plan to renounce liquidity, and we launched test projects. The testnet projects performed well, so they launched several projects on mainnet. Those tests went well, aside from the obvious bot activity buying large quantities of every coin. Guys, nobody gets out unscathed. Bull markets are like a knife fight, so to speak. You got everybody out in the streets saying like, I want coins, I want coins, I want the greatest percentage of coins. Do I need a prop for this? Okay, you got everybody out in the street like, I want coins, I want coins. Isn't that cool? I wish I had one that was just like a comb. You see, I tried to use this one as a comb and it didn't end well. But that's what bull markets are like, guys. You got people who are just desperate to get their hands on as much of the coin supply as they can, or as much of the mining equipment as they can. Resources seem much more scarce in a bull market because the money is flowing, so everybody's out trying to get their piece of that action. Kind of a tough situation to launch in. And bots really have been buying up tons of liquidity across DEXs and AMMs. But then they went for branding. They thought it was a tricky subject. I don't know if they made the correct decision by tying their brand so closely to SAFERmoon, because they say SAFERmoon can easily be confused with SAFEMoon, but they were trying to make a point. And as meme coins go, that's kind of all you can do. It needs to be a little on the nose, like all these other like Doge clones that are tokens right now. Won't name names, but when you're in the meme coin space, you kind of want for there to be affinity, and that kind of tracks. In addition, you want it to be maybe a slight twist on an old meme. You don't necessarily want to start from scratch. All the memes that start with a slight twist, they help you get that extra chuckle because you're like, oh yeah, I got it. Wait, that's not the thing I thought. You mess with people's expectations, and there's affinity for the previous meme. It's iterative, we'll say, not revolutionary. Hey, good job. Q2, they seek after a serious audit of the code, and it looks like they've already gotten that, a serious audit done. Let's see, they worked with the Telegram group BSC Gems to connect us with a trusted auditor. The process was not cheap, but it was very worthwhile. Now, I don't know who the auditing team was or who the auditing developer was. That might be a good thing to have listed here just to the SAFERmoon team so we can check their work, right? Check to see what other projects they've audited and see what the quality is of those audits and what the result has been for other projects that they've audited. I mean, if they've audited other projects that have gone on to be rug pulls, I don't know that I would trust their audit here. So if you wouldn't mind adding that to this little roadmap, since it's already completed, what could it hurt? I think it could only help your credibility as far as that goes. And then address audit concerns. They said it provided them some useful suggestions. They time locked more functions, set an upper fee limit, implemented more code changes to comply with security standards, and they think they have a stronger contract that will protect the investors. Again, time will tell, but at least they got somebody's professional feedback and they paid for it. And that's done, right? Bot prevention measures. I don't know. We'll see. They say it's a fact of life on the BSC chain. They limited transactions to 5 trillion SAFERmoon to address this issue, and they feel like it was limited success. And, I agree. There's only so much you can do. I mean, you can limit it to 5 trillion per transaction, but then on a very low fee chain like BSC, what's to stop that bot from doing multiple buys of 5 trillion each in rapid succession or from different wallets, right? Just provisioning more wallets, buying those, or different sides of a smart contract with various inputs via multiple wallets, and then having them combined to a honeypot wallet later on or a larger wallet later on. I'm not pretending to be some kind of like expert in this field, but conceptually, I can see how this would be a very difficult thing to counteract because there's so many different ways of attacking a token sale. If the price is juicy, right? If the price looks good for bots are going to swoop in. They're going to try to get that 4 to 10x pump, and then they're going to dump on the market again. A lot of this can be automated based on the fact that these are DEXs and automated market maker systems, right? Pancake swap, sushi swap, all the rest. It's like what makes them great is what makes them terrible. And the fact that they're permissionless and automated. So you're going to have people who know how to program and game these systems far faster than retail can. And there will be casualties, unfortunately. So even in the best of circumstances with other token launches and time locks, it's hard to overcome that influence. They, of course, built a website. We're on it right now. They created social accounts. So they went with YouTube, Telegram, Twitter, Discord, a couple others. I personally think that you should only have so many. I think it's not a good idea to have multiple redundant social media platforms on like various other platforms, Instagram and Snapchat and TikTok, et cetera, et cetera. In my opinion, just choose a few, do them well. Looks like they started slow. Made a launch video. They went live. There you go. Launch of SAFERmoon saw a significant spike in value with the opening hours and then a dump, right? So probably some bot intervention, right? So some AMM bots that came in, purchased up the supply, all the available liquidity that it could, threw off the price for everybody else who was sitting at their computer, right? At SushiSwap or on their phone, right? With a MetaMask app on PancakeSwap rather, looking for an opportunity to get in. And then all the bots came in and boom, pumped up that price right before your eyes. It happens with token launches. So there you go. They feel like it went well in terms of security, communication, and creating a community. And you know, that is what you do to create a community. You just let people know what you're trying to work on and what you've done on your end, and then take it from there. They've got marketing going at this point. So the engagement with token holders, they feel like it's been a success. I don't know exactly how they're defining success in terms of numbers, but that's what they say. And then they're extending the functionality of the SAFERmoon token to pools. This is pretty cool. I think when you have any kind of a token that offers some kind of a staking reward or offers some kind of a reward for holding, right? And you have a weighted stake reward, you've got to make sure that there's some kind of official pooling protocol for people or some official way, officially sanctioned and recognized way to pool people's resources in a way that doesn't put them at risk, but does help them earn rewards in greater amounts together, right? Another way that you build community. In the proof of work mining sector, we see this with mining pools that are more decentralized and more cautious about not doxing their users. And with proof of stake, same. You can't just let people like share private keys and get wrecked by having to work with strangers in that overly permissive environment. You have to set something up that's more secure. So sounds like they think they did it. They built it out of a schedule. So it's the only static reward token with fee-free staking. So you can stake the SAFERmoon to earn third-party tokens without paying the 10% transaction fee while still earning your static rewards. So they call it double dipping on rewards. And that's complete right now. So they're trying to incentivize people holding, right? Not high frequency trading or engaging in pumps and dumps. The bots already did that. And now they're trying to build. Let's take a look at the chart to see if that's validated in the price. I don't know. Here's a 4-hour chart over on poocoin.app. Got the 4-hour right there. Today is June 3rd. And just looking back from the start of the month, there has been a steady increase. There were a couple big red candles there, but there's been a steady increase, I think probably matching the stability of the rest of the crypto market. I'm going to zoom out a little bit though, and before the beginning of this month, it was not so great, right? And that kind of shows there was a bit of recovery, right? Some bounces on the way down from that massive spike upon launch. This is a pretty typical scene when you look at brand new coin or token launches or listings. The difference being that with a new token listing, you're already in a high liquidity environment where there's massive velocity and there's incentive for people to buy and sell, hold strategically for minutes or only hours, maybe even just a day, and then sell again. There's no incentive for people to hold. There's not even a window into the future where there'll be some future exchange listing like there is with traditional full blockchains that have either a proof of stake or a proof of work mechanism running their own full nodes and having to do their own security. As a token, the moment it launches, all heck breaks loose. And we see this big spike and this dump in the markets. So looking at that chart again, I'm going to go back to the beginning of time for this coin. And you see it, a parabolic run up with a little bit of a right there, tiny little cliff, initial sell off, and then that shot straight up. And I mean, we're looking at 7th of May all the way through the very peak at the 10th of May. So 3 days of intense upward price action going parabolic and then falling right off that same cliff, not quite with the same parabolic move down, but same dramatic move down. But you see right here, trying to find support, struggling to find support here in terms of value, struggling to try to find support, pulling back up, but it's really just a dead cat bounce and moving below what is now the support level with some serious sideways chop there, ranging until we pretty much stabilized. That's where we are today. The SAFERmoon team reached out to me a few days ago. So just to be very, very clear, this stability hadn't quite been reached yet. Again, it could be a function of the broader cryptocurrency market finding that stability on its own, and maybe it's very, very tightly correlated with other crypto assets. But I think this is also just an artifact of a brand new listing. So it had that intense volatility, and now it's starting to stabilize a little bit. Again, not financial advice, and I don't offer technical analysis. It's just, that's history. That's historical data. We can see that it's kind of finding support now, and that it, on its initial drop down from that first parabolic rise, it dipped down below what is now support. And even that, though, it's gone significantly up above what the first few days of the token sale were when it had its highest volume before that parabolic run up, as people were going crazy buying and selling on the way up, right? Averaging out of their investment as they saw tremendous gains. They're trying to offer some kind of rewards to people who are a little bit more loyal to their project now. I don't know. I think based on what I've seen so far, not a terrible job. I think they're doing okay, but all things relative. On this channel, I'm a huge proponent of proof of work projects that have some proof of scarcity. I think what these guys are doing at SAFERmoon with some of the incentives for holding, right, and for staking, I think what they're trying to do is create a similar amount of scarcity and urgency in terms of having a low time preference, right? Where it's like, no, don't do high frequency trading and then try to do some kind of holding strategy later. Do it now. And the longer you hold now, the more rewards you'll have. So those kinds of incentives, even within meme coins, they matter, right? That's why people are holding on to Dogecoin, because they think that it'll potentially run up later and they don't want to have to get back in at a price below where they sold before. I think with SAFERmoon, they're trying to offer that and then far more because they're built on a smart contract platform. Guys, tell me what you think down in the comments section. Check out this project down in the description. There are links to the SAFERmoon website. You can look up this chart that I was just looking at here on poocoin.app, and I'm going to link directly to this trading pair down in the description as well. What did I miss? Is there some aspect of this project that you think I should have evaluated more carefully, or do you think I should have asked tougher questions? Let me know what you think down in the comments section, guys, because I want to make sure that when I'm reviewing projects like this, I'm doing the best possible job for you. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching the end of the video. You're the reason I make this media. I love your face, and remember to stay private and mind your biz. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end of the video. If you want to be notified of videos like this in the future, first off, click subscribe, press the bell icon. Additionally, you can sign up for the Mind Your Biz email newsletter. That'll give you exclusive access to certain freebies, notifications for deals within the cryptocurrency mining space, as well as some of our flash sales for merchandise, which you can buy with cryptocurrency. That's right. It's the only cryptocurrency merch that you can buy with cryptocurrency. We practice what we preach. As always, thank you so much for watching. You're the reason I make this media. I love your face, and I will see you in the next one.